Can you remember the last time you took a bite of something sweet and fruity? Maybe it was a crisp apple slice tucked into your school lunchbox, or a chilled bowl of grapes on a summer afternoon shared with your grandchild. But then, one day, your doctor said, "Sugar is the enemy." And since then, you've found yourself hesitating in front of the fruit aisle. You crave it deeply, but you're afraid of a blood sugar spike, the fatigue that follows, and that nagging guilt after each bite. The truth is, not all sweet fruits are harmful. Some, when eaten the right way, can help reduce inflammation, stabilize your energy, and bring joy back to eating. Today's video will introduce you to 5 familiar fruits that are not only delicious, but also diabetes-friendly. If you find this topic helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss out on gentle yet effective health tips made just for those over 50. Let's get started. Number 5. Blueberries, sweet, gentle, yet incredibly powerful. If there's one tiny fruit that manages to win the approval of both doctors and people living with diabetes, it's the blueberry. Blueberries carry a health secret that everyone over 50 should know: the ability to naturally improve insulin sensitivity and stabilize blood sugar levels. They're rich in anthocyanins, the deep blue-purple pigments that are not only beautiful, but also remarkably beneficial. Numerous studies have shown that anthocyanins help your body's cells respond better to insulin, which in turn supports more efficient glucose metabolism. The result? Blood sugar doesn't spike erratically after meals, and you can enjoy something sweet without the worry. Beyond their effect on blood sugar, blueberries also provide fiber, vitamin C and K, and manganese, nutrients that protect blood vessels, aid digestion, boost immunity, and even help maintain bone density, which is especially important once you're over 60. Just half a cup of blueberries contains only about 42 calories, yet offers nearly 2 grams of fiber, enough to slow down sugar absorption and keep you feeling full longer. This is especially important for older adults, as digestion tends to slow with age, and fiber-rich foods like blueberries can gently support both blood sugar control and regular bowel movements. You can start by sprinkling a handful of fresh blueberries over unsweetened Greek yogurt, adding some chia seeds and walnuts. This isn't just a healthy breakfast, it's a sweet remedy for your heart and blood sugar. If smoothies are your thing, try blending frozen blueberries with spinach, almond milk, and a spoonful of nut butter. It's refreshing and provides steady energy all morning long. Or keep it simple. Pair a few blueberries with peanut butter on toast instead of sugary jam. You can also toss them into a green salad with a splash of balsamic vinegar. It's balanced and beautiful. Adding a handful of blueberries each day isn't just a nutritional choice. It's a small act of respect for your body. A gentle, but firm, step forward on the journey of living well with diabetes. Number 4. Apples, a simple fruit with powerful protection. There's hardly anyone unfamiliar with apples. They often sit in fruit bowls on the dining table, show up in school lunches as children, or simply serve as a quick, pleasant snack. But behind their familiar appearance, apples hold a unique power to help people with diabetes stabilize blood sugar and reduce the risk of chronic complications. A large study found that women who ate an apple a day had up to a 28% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to those who didn't. The reason lies in apples' rich group of antioxidants such as quercetin, chlorogenic acid, and fluorizin, compounds that help slow down carbohydrate digestion, reduce sugar absorption, and improve insulin sensitivity. That means after eating an apple, your body processes sugar more slowly and steadily, avoiding dangerous blood sugar spikes. A medium apple contains about 25 grams of carbohydrates, but what's special is that over 4 grams come from fiber, primarily pectin. This is a soluble fiber that slows the digestion and absorption of glucose in the gut. For people with diabetes, this is a crucial factor in controlling post-meal blood sugar and preventing fatigue afterward. In addition, most of the sugar in apples is fructose, a type of sugar that is metabolized differently from glucose and doesn't cause sharp spikes in blood sugar when eaten in moderation. With a glycemic index, GI, of about 36 and a very low glycemic load, GL, apples are entirely safe for people with diabetes if eaten the right way. But perhaps the most valuable part of the apple lies in its skin. The polyphenols in apple peel can stimulate the pancreas to produce insulin and help cells absorb sugar more effectively. This is key in reducing insulin resistance, the root cause of type 2 diabetes. And it doesn't stop there. The antioxidants in apples also help reduce the oxidation of LDL bad cholesterol while increasing HDL good cholesterol, contributing to heart protection, an extremely important benefit for older adults managing diabetes. If you're looking to add apples to your daily diet, keep a few simple tips in mind. Eat them with the skin on to retain all the nutrients, avoid juice since it lacks fiber, and limit yourself to 1 apple per day, ideally as a mid-morning snack, or paired with a bit of protein like almonds or low-fat cheese. Sometimes better health doesn't come from complicated changes. Just 1 apple a day, not just to keep the doctor away, but to help you manage diabetes and protect your heart, gently and naturally, just like apples have quietly accompanied us all our lives. Number 3. Pears, a gently sweet fruit that people with diabetes can enjoy with confidence. If there's a fruit that brings a sense of cool refreshment and gentle sweetness while still being friendly to those with diabetes, it's the pear. Though naturally sweet, pears have a low glycemic index, GI, around 38, which allows sugar to be absorbed into the bloodstream slowly, without causing sharp spikes in blood glucose after eating. For this reason, people with diabetes can confidently include pears in their daily diet at a serving size of about 1 small pear, 50 to 70 grams, without worry. But it doesn't stop there. Research in the U.S. has shown that people who regularly eat pears have up to an 18% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. That's a hopeful number, especially considering how widespread the condition has become and the serious complications it can bring. This protective effect comes from anthocyanins, a powerful antioxidant found in pear skin that helps reduce inflammation, combat insulin resistance, and support better pancreatic function. In addition, the fiber in pears plays a key role in blood sugar regulation. A small pear can provide up to 20% of your daily fiber needs, slowing the digestion and absorption of glucose, and thereby helping maintain steady blood sugar levels. This generous fiber content also promotes a longer feeling of fullness, which helps those with diabetes manage portion sizes and avoid sudden hunger pangs, often a culprit in blood sugar fluctuations. We can't overlook the benefits pears offer to the heart and eyes, 2 organs especially vulnerable when living with diabetes. The potassium and antioxidants like zeaxanthin and lutein in pears help regulate blood pressure, protect cardiovascular health, and reduce the risk of age-related macular degeneration, a common complication. Another great thing about pears is how easy they are to incorporate into daily meals. You can eat them raw with the skin on to preserve full nutritional value. Toss them into a salad with greens and walnuts, or bake them with cinnamon for a warm and fragrant afternoon treat. However, it's best to avoid pear juice, as it lacks fiber and may cause quicker blood sugar rises. With just one pear a day, gentle, easy to digest, and full of benefits, you're helping your body stabilize blood sugar, prevent complications, and perhaps most meaningfully, reclaim your trust in sweet, wholesome fruit you may have once approached with hesitation. Number 2. Grapes, a sweet fruit that's not off limits for people with diabetes. If you've ever hesitated, thinking the sweetness of grapes would spike your blood sugar, this might be the time to take a fresh look at this small but nutrient-packed fruit. Grapes indeed contain a relatively high amount of natural sugar, about 15.48 grams per 100 grams, but that doesn't mean people with diabetes have to eliminate grapes from their diet. On the contrary, when eaten correctly and in moderation, grapes not only pose no harm, but can offer health benefits for those living with diabetes. One of the most valuable compounds in grape skin is resveratrol, a powerful antioxidant proven to improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and neutralize free radicals in the body. These mechanisms help reduce insulin resistance, which is the main cause of poor blood sugar control in people with type 2 diabetes. Resveratrol also protects the retina, prevents nerve damage, and improves heart health, common complications for long-term diabetics. A 2013 study in the UK confirmed that people with type 2 diabetes can still eat grapes, especially fresh ones, thanks to their relatively low glycemic index (GI), which ranges from 40 to 60, depending on the variety. This is considered a safe range as long as you eat in moderation, about 10 grapes, roughly 45 to 60 grams, per serving. Most importantly, you should adjust the carbohydrate intake from other foods in the same meal to help keep your blood sugar under control. Beyond resveratrol, grapes are also rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, potassium, and fiber, which support immune function, protect blood vessels, and stabilize digestion, an essential factor for naturally managing blood sugar. Notably, the fiber in grapes slows the absorption of sugar, helping to avoid rapid blood sugar spikes after eating. It's also important to note that fresh grapes are much safer than grape juice or raisins, as they retain their fiber and don't concentrate sugar as heavily as processed forms. If you want to add grapes to a snack, pair them with a few nuts or unsweetened yogurt to balance the nutrition and prevent a quick rise in blood sugar. Grapes aren't the enemy of people with diabetes, as many mistakenly believe. What matters is how you choose and manage your portions, not the fruit itself. A bit of sweetness from grapes each day not only brings back joy to eating, but also adds valuable nutrients to help you combat the silent progression of diabetes. So if you've been avoiding grapes out of fear, today might be the perfect time to let your body rediscover that light, refreshing taste, just in the right amount and at the right time. Number 1. Strawberries, a sweet fruit that can help control blood sugar. Have you ever wondered, can people with diabetes eat strawberries? If your immediate answer was, probably not, they're too sweet, then it may be time to reconsider. Strawberries aren't just a delicious dessert, they're one of the most diabetes-friendly fruits you can enjoy. Strawberries have a low glycemic index, GI, only around 40, which means that when you eat them, Your blood sugar rises slowly and steadily, rather than spiking and placing stress on your pancreas. This is especially important for those dealing with insulin resistance or facing risks of vascular complications. Beyond their low GI, strawberries are rich in polyphenols and anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants widely studied for their ability to inhibit carbohydrate digesting enzymes and slow down sugar absorption into the bloodstream. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that eating strawberries regularly can reduce post-meal blood sugar levels in people with insulin resistance. Additionally, the high fiber content in strawberries helps prolong satiety, supports digestion, and slows the rate at which sugar is absorbed into the blood. This is why the World Health Organization recommends getting fiber from fruits like strawberries to prevent and manage diabetes. Strawberries are also excellent for heart health, an essential concern for anyone living with diabetes. Antioxidants in strawberries, such as ellagic acid and catechins, help reduce bad cholesterol, protect blood vessels, and lower the risk of cardiovascular events, a common complication in diabetes. At the same time, the potassium in strawberries may help regulate blood pressure and improve heart rhythm. In particular, the vitamin C in strawberries plays a vital role in boosting the immune system, which is often weakened in people with diabetes. Regularly adding strawberries to your diet can also help fight inflammation, protect cells from oxidative stress, and even lower the risk of certain cancers, according to recent epidemiological studies. However, as with any food, quantity is key. The recommended amount for people with diabetes is about 8 small strawberries per day, roughly 100 grams. Choose fresh strawberries over juice or jam, since processed products often contain added sugars and less fiber. Also, to avoid interfering with digestion during main meals, it's best to eat strawberries about an hour before or at least 2 hours after eating. For those taking blood-thinning medications, it's worth noting that strawberries have natural blood-thinning properties, so managing your intake becomes even more important. Strawberries are living proof that people with diabetes don't have to give up sweet fruits, as long as you understand how to eat them and in what amounts. Just a few strawberries a day not only satisfy your taste buds, but also protect your heart, stabilize your blood sugar, and nourish your body from the inside out. You see, living with diabetes doesn't mean giving up all the joys of eating. By choosing the right fruits, eating them the right way, and at the right time, you can enjoy natural sweetness without worrying about your blood sugar skyrocketing. If this video has helped you better understand fruit and blood sugar health, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on more gentle yet helpful tips for living well after 50. And if you have a favorite fruit, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your story. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Wishing you good health, delicious meals every day, and continued companionship with us on your journey to healthy aging.